What is going on, guys? So what if I told you anxiety isn't the problem? Go ahead and smash the like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you agree with this, disagree, or if this is something that you want to try for the future. Guys, anxiety isn't the problem. I know many of us think it is, but guys, actually, it is how we respond, okay? It's how we react. And that's what I've told you guys about me and my anxiety. It was a negative way of handling adversity, the way that I responded to adversity, okay? The way that I responded to negative events in my life. If we change the way we respond to it, anxiety doesn't seem so bad. Trust me, you want to have a certain level of anxiety, okay? If you didn't have any anxiety at all, you just cross the road without looking both ways, maybe get hit, okay? Maybe get killed. If you were face to face with a bear, a lion, or a tiger, it might be too late if your fight or flight response doesn't kick in because you don't have any level of concern or anxiety, okay? You'll just be taken over, okay? You need to realize that anxiety is necessary. A certain level of anxiety is necessary if you're a football player getting ready for a big game. Your nerves are going. A little bit of anxiety is necessary, okay, for testing, for any type of performer in general. We need a small level of anxiety. In fact, it's crucial to our survival. It helps us perform better, helps us get away from danger. That's what our fight or flight response is there for. But some of us have fake concerns. We have irrational fears. And that was something that I went through. I went through panic disorder. I went through health anxiety, which let me tell you, there were a ton of irrational fears. I thought I had every type of disease in the book. I would self-diagnose. I thought I was dying of heart attacks when in fact I was having panic attacks. So I know a thing or two about irrational fears, and trust me, I went through that. I dealt with social anxiety, of course, generalized anxiety disorder, and even bouts of depression. I overcame all of that. It took 5 long years. It took a whole year of doing all the right things, including this method of embracing anxiety and accepting it for what it is, accepting these symptoms for what they are, symptoms of anxiety, not life-threatening situations. And of course, this is for those of you that have anxiety disorder, have seen a professional. I'm not a professional, okay? I'm not a professional counselor or mental health care person. I'm not a psychologist, a therapist. I'm not a professional doctor. In fact, I encourage you to see those people, okay? You need to get professional advice, professional help. I'm just a guy that went through that, and I overcame all of the odds, and I actually did it the natural way. So I want to show you that there's light at the end of the tunnel and that you can overcome it too. So like I mentioned, there is a certain level of anxiety that is necessary. And something that I had to do, especially whenever I had to get over the fear of me having heart attacks when they were just panic attacks, I had to start being more rational. Now, a lot of this is easier said than done, and it's going to take a lot of practice. This is actually a part of mindfulness. You know, I mentioned mindfulness a while back in a video that I did. I'll put that video at the end, so be sure to check that out. It's being fully present in the moment, being fully conscious, being fully aware, and taking things for what they really are, okay? And that's something that you have to practice each and every day whenever you're trying to overcome anxiety. It's not living in the past. It's not living in the future. We are taking things for what they are right now. For example, eventually I had to realize, Trey, I'm not having my 10th heart attack of the day, okay? I have not survived hundreds of heart attacks at the age of 22. I had to realize that. I had to be more rational. And of course, that did take time. It took time after time of me telling myself this. But eventually, I just had to sit down and I had to actually embrace these symptoms. I started to kind of laugh at them, ridicule my symptoms. Oh, my heart rate's getting high. Can you get a little bit higher for me? My blood pressure is getting high. I can take that. I can take 10 points higher. Oh, my chest is hurting. I've had it worse. And you just start to kind of mock or ridicule your anxiety symptoms. And you are actually playing games with yourself. You're tricking yourself, okay? And you're overcoming that, okay? You're overcoming that fear. You're desensitizing yourself. And this is something that I had to do. I had to almost laugh at anxiety. I had to laugh. I had to face it face to face, okay? I didn't have to run from it anymore. You can't keep suppressing this. You can't keep running away. You can't keep running away from these silly triggers. My silly triggers was seeing the word heart, seeing a heart commercial, hearing something about a heart clinic on the radio, seeing a smoker's commercial about somebody having a heart attack, seeing their chest scars on TV. This would freak me the heck out. I couldn't run from that anymore. I couldn't run from articles that talked about heart disease. I had to accept what was going on, accept anxiety for what it was, anxiety. And guys, let me tell you, once you really start to harness this, you can use it to your advantage. People that really know how to use anxiety in a positive way are far more successful. They perform way better. They have a better quality of life. And guys, I encourage you to try this out. Embrace anxiety for what it is. Anxiety isn't the problem, it's how we respond. So guys, with that being said, you need to see a professional, and down below, there is a link that I want you guys to check out. And this is for those of you that have been dealing with anxiety for a long time. You're trying to figure out the next step, and you haven't seen a professional before. And some of you have seen a professional, and you didn't have a good experience. Well, down below, there is a link where you can choose from hundreds and thousands of professionals, therapists, psychologists, drug counselors if you have addiction issues, excuse me. And it's much cheaper and affordable than real in-person therapy. And you can do it on the phone, your computer, etc., etc. Try that out if you haven't. It was something that I unfortunately didn't take advantage of, and maybe my anxiety recovery would have been much, much shorter. So try that out. There's a ton of other resources down there. Like this video if you got value. Leave me a comment down below if you agree with this topic that I discussed today, and if it's something that you want to try, embracing anxiety, accepting anxiety for what it is. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell so you get updates when I put my videos out. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a good one and keep fighting.